Hi, and welcome back to my channel, Leila's Lovely Life. I am Leila, and I am bringing you today a birthday candle wax haul extravaganza. So, if you will remember in my rules for my no spend year, I mentioned that I might want some candles for my birthday. And so that is why I am hauling candles. It was because this was not only my birthday month, but also my husband's. So these are presents. These are gifts, which are allowed. It's not a loophole. So I just want to show you what we got ourselves for our birthdays. Sorry for the delay. So we went to Bath and Body Works the day it opened in our mall. I live close to Corpus Christi, Texas. We have one Bath and Body Works. It's in the mall, and we went on my birthday. The line was 2.5 hours long. It made absolutely no sense to me because people were standing right next to each other. They were not standing 6 feet apart. If they had been standing 6 feet apart, the line would have wrapped halfway along the bottom part of the mall, and they were not. So standing that close to people who were not all wearing masks, that's another video for another time, did not make sense to me. And I didn't want to stand in a line for 2.5 to 3 hours on my birthday. So I didn't. We left. We walked around the mall for a little bit of exercise and we left. But I wanted to get some candles because I had not bought candles. I've gotten 2 candles for presents. My husband bought me one for Valentine's Day, which you will have seen, and you will also have seen it empty. And then my daughter bought me one for, I think it was Mother's Day, and I don't think I showed you that one. That's a Better Homes and Gardens strawberry, I think it's Strawberry Patch. So I had not bought any candles for myself. So we went to Home Goods because they were open. And they had a pretty good selection of candles, but I was specifically looking for Village candles, and they didn't have that great of a selection for Village candles, but I'll show you what I got. So the first candle, actually my husband picked out, and it's Moonlight Serenade. And I do apologize for the lighting. I didn't mention that. I'm in my dining room, which is in the middle of the house, does not have very good lighting. So I'm going to have to adjust the lighting during editing, and that'll make everything look weird. So I do apologize. But I didn't want to bring all of these things into the living room, which has good lighting, or my back bedroom, or my back room, which has better lighting, the best lighting, because I just don't feel like it. I gardened all day yesterday, pulled weeds, strung up tomato plants, dealt with powdery mildew on my squash and my cucumbers. I don't have the energy today, and I want to get this video out. So, and that's why my hair looks like this. It is naturally curly. I didn't feel like fighting with it today. I didn't feel like it looking frizzy, so I just wet it, put some mousse on it, and this is what you're getting. So I've been watching a couple of British gardening channels, and one of the gardening channels is so refreshing because the 2 people they're a couple, and they do the gardening one of them gardens and one of them doesn't, but they are so unapologetic. Like, they don't say, oh, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that. They just tell it like it is. They're unapologetic. I find that so refreshing, and I'm trying to adopt that method of living. So anyway, I looked for, back to the Village Candle, is a beautiful label. I looked for the scent notes online and I can't find them. But to me, it's kind of a cologne-y, earthy, kind of like patchouli earthy, maybe leathery kind of scent. So if you imagine walking in a garden at night that's just been tilled and it rained maybe, and you get that earthy, wet kind of smell mixed with kind of a cologne-y smell, that's what I get on cold. So my husband picked this one out. So this one is added to our family of candles. And then they had a couple candles. I wanted to limit myself to 3 because they're $9.99 each, no discounts. And my husband and my daughter picked this one out as well. There were 2 that I was kind of trying to decide which one to get. And so I said, you just pick, because like we were next in line. We had already let like 3 people go ahead of us because I couldn't decide. So they picked this one, Sea Salt Surf. Again, I'm sorry about the lighting. This is water florals, marine, moss, and cedarwood. So it is florally. I would say it's a pretty strong floral. It's got a touch of that almost kelpy. Maybe that's the moss. Kind of like a kelpy smell. I don't know, maybe the cedarwood is an undernote. It's nice. It's really nice. It's another fresh candle. So we got that one. And then this is my favorite out of the bunch. This is Mandarin Mango from Village Candle. This one is like a deep orange. Yeah, it's very nice. I can't wait to burn that one. So, excuse me, we eventually made it to Bath and Body Works. I think 2 weeks later, we were in town doing something, and my husband was like, well, let's just swing by. This time, I asked somebody in the parking lot with a Bath and Body Works bag if the line was long, and she was like, oh, the line's horrible, it's terrible, you're gonna be waiting forever. So I was like, let's just not even bother. My husband was like, no, let's just go in and see for ourselves. The line was not that long. I think I waited maybe 10-15 minutes, and this time they were making people stand 6 feet apart. So I was like, well, should I be picking things up and sniffing them with the coronavirus going around? And I wanted to get some candles, and I didn't want to pay the shipping. First of all, I did not have a coupon, so no coupon. I took my chances, and say what you will of me, think what you will of me, I'm just reporting the facts. So I got a few body care items. They had one that would, I guess, be considered masculine called Balance, but my husband didn't like it, so he didn't get anything. But I got the Almond Blossom Shower Gel. This was like $3 something. But you guys know how I feel about the shower gels from Bath and Body Works. They're super concentrated. These last me forever. And I have the spray of this. The notes are sweet almond oil blended with vanilla orchid and cashmere musk. So if you know me and what I like, you know this is right up my alley. So I wanted to get this, and I did. So I picked up one shower gel. I picked up the Champagne Rose body spray. Now this, I should have picked it up at the semi-annual sale in December, but I didn't. And then I regretted it. And so my husband went and got the regular Rose body spray. So I've been using that when I use my Rose body care, like shower gel, and when I use my Champagne Rose shower gel and body moisturizer. But this smells different than the Rose. So I was like, if I get it, he's going to be offended. But he was like, no, pick it up. And so this was 75% off. So it was like $3 something for this. And then still no coupon. And then I did pick up a Happy Easter chocolate hand cream. This was like $1.25, I think, which is still expensive. It smells like chocolate cake batter. Oh, it just smells delicious, and I wanted it, so I picked it up. So the candles that I picked up, I'll start with the one my husband wanted. This is Saltwater Breeze, and this is Fresh Linen, Violet Leaves, White Water Blossom with essential oils. I like the smell. In fact, I would love to get this body care line because I really like the smell. It is watery and floral. It is clean. You do get that cotton smell. But my issue with this candle are these wicks. These are those fat wicks, and these are the longest wicks I could find. Most of these wicks were cut very short, and I thought, this is gonna nub out and it's gonna not perform from the word go. So I picked out the longest wicks that I could find. So these were half off, so these were $12.25, no coupon. So, and then this one was surprising to me, and I'm wondering if they poured the wrong candle in the wrong wax in this candle. This is Pineapple Colada. And the notes are frozen pineapple, fluffy whipped cream, fresh orange, vanilla with essential oils. It smells like chocolate mousse. Or cake. I don't get any pineapple in there at all. It's the first note. I get the fluffy whipped cream. I don't get orange. I don't get pineapple. But this has the skinny wicks. They're not the core wicks. They're pretty good height. But if you guys have had this one, and if you think it smells like, I haven't looked for a review of this, but if you think it smells like cake or something, let me know, because it smells delicious. And I'm glad I picked it up and smelled it, because it's not really up my scent alley. And then the last one I got is Linen and Lavender. This was the last one that they had on the floor. I already have one of these that I haven't burned. This is Crisp Linen, Lavender Sea Salt, Fresh Air Breeze with essential oils. This just smells so good to me. It almost smells like wine cellar or peppered plum. It has that vibe, and it has the short little wicks, and they're not placed very well. So I'm gonna have to get out my other Linen and Lavender and see if this smells like it. I'm gonna have to get out my peppered plum melts that I made and see if I think it smells like it. I will let you know over on Instagram whenever I do that. I'm gonna also get out my wine cellar and see. So, yep. Those are the things I got from Bath and Body Works. And then I've been torturing myself. I still go down the wax aisle, but these were at Walmart. Sorry, should have prefaced that. These things were not in the wax aisle. They were on the corner. They were on an end cap, so they tricked me. So they had 4 pumpkin pie from Yankee Candle for $1. I only got 2. Now this, on cold, this smells just like pumpkin pie filling. You don't really get the crust, you just get that filling. So I picked up 2 of them. They were $1 a piece, like I said. So I didn't want to pass that up. And then I know people have been raving about this laundry basket, and every time I go smell it, I can't really smell anything. But I have a belief, I don't know if this is true or not, that they pour these things and they don't let them cure, and they ship them out to the store, and maybe they get liquefied in transit, maybe they don't, I don't know. And then they re-solidify, perhaps, and then it takes like a couple months to be able to smell it. That's kind of what my thought process must be, because how else can you explain not being able to smell something? Either it's too old or it's brand new. So I couldn't smell this when it first came out. Even though people raved about it, I didn't pick it up because I couldn't smell it. But I finally was able to smell it. It smells really good on cold, so I thought I'd give it a try. And this was just regular $2. So down here in the South, I need a drink of coffee. Hang on. We have a chain of stores called Bells. B-E-A-L-L-S, I believe. I think Palais Royal is also under the same parent company. I don't know what else. The Bells are going out of business. And so they had this special. All their home things were 40% off. How many minutes have I been yammering on? Okay, all their home things were 40% off. And then on the weekend, if you went, if you purchased, blanked out. If you purchased 3 or more, you got an extra 10% off. So these are 50% off. So, I got Yankee Candle Home Inspiration Sweet Lilac. And now I will buy these Yankee candles because, and this was $12.98, so we got 50% off, because they're paraffin wax and they're 2-wick. So I don't mind buying these. And if you guys remember, I told you my husband has a fondness for lilac scents because I guess his mother planted them wherever he was growing up, or maybe she burned the candle or something. Anyway, it's nostalgic for him. So it's a very strong floral. So we'll pick this one up for him, and I don't mind it. And then we also picked up this Yankee Candle Home Inspiration Above the Clouds. It's also 2-wick paraffin. So he loves the fresh, like either watery or crisp, clean scents. This one is not as strong, but I'm sure he could smell it. I asked him, I was going to buy it. One day I was in there, I was going to buy it. I didn't buy anything that day. I was just looking around. And then I told him about it when we went as a family. And he liked it, so I picked this one up for him. So, yeah, this one is not as strong on cold, but hopefully it'll burn. It'll throw when it's burning. And then they also have these wax melts there from, I've never heard of this brand, called Candle Art. They're $1.98. So they're 50% off. So they were around $1. So we got Balsam Fir. My husband picked that one up. It's a very sweet, too, fresh cut grass. know if it smells like fresh cut grass, but it's a sweet green scent. This is another fresh cut grass. Maybe a hint of the fresh cut grass. Oh, it'll smell different when it's warming. We also got a fresh linen. This is definitely like a cotton scent. I think it reminds me of like the fluffy towels from Yankee Candle. I bought a candle, I think it was called Fluffy Towels. This was like 2-3 years ago. And it was like $12.99, a single wick Yankee Candle. Couldn't smell it. Made it into tarts. I think I still have one. And in tarts, the tarts are really strong. We also got a soothing eucalyptus. This is like a very, it's eucalyptus, but it's soft. It's a soft eucalyptus. And then we got a cinnamon spice. And you probably can't see that, but that's really beautiful, like marbling. They did have other scents there, but some of them they didn't smell that great. This one's like a red hot cinnamon scent. So if you don't like red hot, you wouldn't like it. Let me know if you guys have ever seen the Candle Art wax melts, because I hadn't. Anyway, I like this one a lot. And then the last one we got was Tuscany Candle Rosemary and Thyme. So this one doesn't really smell like, maybe it does. I'm very familiar with the scent of rosemary. I'm not as familiar with thyme, but maybe the thyme is coming through more than the rosemary. Anyway, so that is it. That is 8 candles and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wax melts to add to my collection. No, I don't feel bad. I think I will go back on my no buy. I couldn't pass these up. This was such a good deal. I couldn't pass them up. I mean, I would have if we didn't have the money, but we did. And it's a birthday month, so yeah, so that is it. That's everything that I bought candle wise and Bath and Body Works wise. That's not everything I got for my birthday. I had mentioned that I probably would do that, and I might still do that, but give me a couple days to recover from our gardening escapades. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I would love to have you here. And I hope you all have a wonderful day and stay safe. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.